Pat, Senator Roberts tells David Brody that his opponent is a liberal Democrat masquerading as an independent. The three-term senator is locked in a razor-tight battle that could determine the balance of power on Capitol Hill. Here now, David's report from Wichita, Kansas.
It's a race here in Kansas filled with energy. Opponents of Senator Pat Roberts want to see him go.
Go home!
We need a change. We need to break the gridlock in Washington.
Go for Pat!
Meanwhile, Roberts supporters believe in the three-term senator.
Roberts!
The contest carries national implications. Republicans need to keep this seat for a chance at winning control of the U.S. Senate. It's something we discussed with Senator Roberts on his statewide bus tour.
The vote for Pat Roberts is to go back to Washington and vote for a Republican majority that will kick Harry Reid out, and we'll get this country back. The road to a Republican majority runs right through Kansas.
His opponent, Greg Orman, calls himself an independent, despite claims to the contrary. Political observers say it's working well so far.
Pat Roberts is having a hard time defining Orman as a Democrat. Orman has been pretty successful at staying above the fray.
He has also attracted voters dissatisfied with longtime politicians. Roberts tells CBN News his campaign will expose any secrets.
Do you believe he's lying about this idea that he's an independent?
Not when we get through with him. This is a person who, by donation and by his stand on the issues, is a liberal Democrat.
Orman wouldn't respond to multiple requests for an interview.
Ted Cruz!
Meanwhile, Thursday in Wichita, Roberts brought in Tea Party hero Ted Cruz to rally the troops.
The 2 years I've served in the Senate over and over again on fight after fight for conservative principles, Pat Roberts has stood up and reported for duty.
Cruz's visit comes after a tough primary fight against the Tea Party candidate. That fight alienated some in the movement. Those are votes Roberts must have to win.
How does it feel to be the Tea Party secret weapon for Pat Roberts?
Well, look, it is terrific to see the enthusiasm here. This race in Kansas, the stakes are high. I understand the state of Kansas that there was a hard-fought primary. And that's a good thing. That's a healthy thing in our democracy. But that primary's over.
I have talked to many of the Tea Party folks myself, listened to them. The Tea Party is extremely valuable to us. We used the term just a while ago, the prairie fire that, gets things going.
But the Tea Party dust-up isn't the only issue. Pat Roberts is a fourth-generation Kansan. As a matter of fact, he has a residence in Dodge City, Kansas. He's had it for about 4 decades or so. But he lists his principal residence in the suburbs of Washington, D.C., and that has given his critics a chance to attack.
What is your sense about those critics? I mean, they like to take shots at you to say, you're a Washington guy.
Listen, I've been border to border, corner to corner in this state. I've been in all 105 counties. Well, I just don't think that holds any water. But let me tell you something, we're going to win this race. We are going to win this race.
Control of the Senate very well may hang in the balance. David Brody, CBN News, in Wichita, Kansas.